Smart technologies have been around for a while, and it seems like every single other day, we seem to get even more smart technologies. Smart light bulbs, smart fridges, smart water, smart cookers. But how effective can all these things be, and how do they compare to their competition? That's what we'll be looking at today. Today we'll be looking at one of the more popular smart options, the smart light bulbs, and how each one compares to its competition. Specifically, we'll be looking at the Philips Hue system versus the LifX system. What's the difference? Which one's better? We're about to find out with a little review. First off, I want to say I have experience working and using both systems for extended periods of time. The first time was when I installed LifX bulbs inside one of my girlfriend's rooms along with other LifX accessories, and the second time was for my parents when they installed a Hue lighting system throughout the entire house using slave labor. And when I mean slave labor, I mean me. I did all the work. So be prepared for some interesting takes from someone who's used both systems. So let's get started with the 5 basic things that we're going to go over. Here are timestamps for everything, so just in case you only care about one particular thing, you can skip there. Now let's start. Price. Price is roughly the same across the board for both LifX and Hue, but the primary difference is that Hue lights usually cost a little extra or provide less value than the LifX bulbs. The Philips Hue system does, however, require an initial $40 investment into a hub that connects all its lights and accessories through it. So across the board for price, LifX is clearly the winner when it comes to just value for light, brightness, and lights in general. Now we're on to product offerings. Hue is just vastly superior. They have practically every product that LifX has, except for some really cool ones, and have even more than them. Need a TV light? Bam! There you go. Need a glowing orb of rainbows? Bam! There you go. LifX, on the other hand, has some interesting futuristic looking products like their bar and tile. Those look really cool. Hue lights also win when it comes to just plain accessories. They got things like switchers, dimmers, and motion sensors. Listen, if you plug in your LifX or Philips Hue light bulb into the socket of your home and then turn the switch to the off position, you can't use those lights through the app anymore. You have to physically go to the switch or dimmer and press it to turn it back on before you can use the app to access them. Which is why things like switchers and dimmers from Hue's product lineup is valuable, because then you can just use those as your new switches or dimmers instead of using the one that was built into your house. It makes smart lights a little more intuitive and less of a pain in the butt, especially if you have someone who doesn't know any better and just turns off the lights by accident. Again, things like the light switches, dimmers, and motion sensors do add to the cost, so just keep that in mind. But the fact that you have those options already makes it better than the LifX option, which is none. And now the apps work pretty well. If a light is offline for any reason, they both tell you. You can control the lights really well from both of them, but there are a couple of differences. The Hue app gives you greater control over the lights in terms of routines, where you can even set them to turn on and off at a certain time. You can set this by room, specific lights, and even the color profile. It's pretty nice. On the other end of the spectrum, however, LifX allows so much more control over their color schemes and has a whole bunch of set profiles already as well, but you can change them to fit any mood you want. Lastly, setup. Setup is super simple for both, but they're also a bit different as well. They both require their apps to set up, but the Hue system also requires you finish setting up the hub as well. But from there, the Hue system is super easy. You can set up each light individually or multiple lights at once. And all the signals from those lights connect through the hub, and from there, is connected to your internet. On the other end, however, LifX requires you set up a connection for each light bulb. They each contain their own Wi-Fi connection, which means they are each established as a Wi-Fi connection to your router. So basically, if you have a whole bunch of bulbs, the Hue solution is so much better because it's just one internet connected device. The hub, everything's connected to the hub. The LifX solution is a little bit more convoluted, and each individual bulb, each individual device is its own Wi-Fi connection to your router. So overall, there are some major differences between these two systems, and there's some minor differences, and there's a lot of overlaps. I mean, at the end of the day, they just light up your house, right? But honestly, I think Hue lights are better for people that are thinking of a whole home solution, while LifX is much better for like things for a single room or just a couple of accessories. So let me push it on to you guys. What do you think? Which system is better? Would either of these systems be right for you? Leave all that down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and well, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.